All right, so here we are at the final roundup, and this has been an interesting experiment. So, like I said, I picked out the Pokemon box that I picked out because I saw that it had some that were really high quality, like these guys over here, and then some that were just absolutely horrifying. So I figured that even if these Transformers weren't floppy messes, that at the very least, that would mean that Pokemon would have something of an advantage and actually have a decent enough chance to actually stand out a little bit. So that's pretty much what I was given. Also, the fact that some of those were 2 for day really helped them out in a few of those situations. Sometimes quantity did beat quality here. Um, Now, before I went into this, like I did see previews on Amazon, but I had no idea which ones came on which days, and I didn't see all of them. So this is as fair as I could make it. Like the fact that I can honestly say yes, it came down to a 12 to 12 finish is something of a surprise to me. I genuinely did not expect that to actually occur. And I wasn't trying for it either. Like this was legitimately like if the Pokemon just happened to like pull ahead because the Transformers were too janky, or if just the fact that, Transformers have a lot more playability than some Pokemon figurines. I figure at some point it's going to find a balancing act, right? So I'm actually super happy that like I can like trying to be as objective as I could. Admittedly, a little bit of weirdness here and there. Um, yeah, I'm surprised it was actually a 12 to 12 tie to the point where I'm actually annoyed. I'm actually annoyed that the advent calendars themselves don't go to the 25th day just so I could have a tiebreaker. Like I think that is the that would be the biggest one for me. Um so let's be real here. So if I'm going to like compare. If I'm going to compare between our Transformer friends and our Pokemon buddies over here, and I look at the 2 advent calendars I got, and I can honestly say which one was better, even though they're both junk. It's both of them are full of cheap junk that you should never buy. But if I absolutely had to say which one was superior, honestly, I think I would rather get the Pokemon box. If only because having all these different Pokemon showing up, the fact that like you had so many because you had so many that were like 2 in one day, like that alone does help you a little bit. But also the fact that, you had some super nice ones in there and you had a lot of variety. That's the big thing. Yes, there's a bunch of Pikachus. Of course there are. It's a Pokemon box. But what gets me about variety is just how many of the Transformers function and look exactly alike. You can paint them different colors, but like I can literally like if I can literally grab, I can literally grab 2 of the winners here. Like look at those 2. Look at those 2. They transform the same way. They have the same bulk to them. They have the same chest and they have the same primary color. So like that would get dull. That would be disappointing to me if I were going through an advent calendar as a kid and I like got basically the same thing. Also, because of the transformation, here's the thing. I thought this would be an even match, even though we were getting 40 Pokemon in this box and only 24 Transformers. I thought this was still going to be an even match because the Transformers, of course, have playability to them. They have more function. But that playability was actually their flaw. It was the downfall of a lot of them. All, car modes that couldn't hold together because the parts are too jank. Very weird proportions and pieces didn't fit together. QC problems. The complexity is what did them in. As far as like the ones that lost did so because they were trying too hard to be something they physically could not be. But I want to show you I want to show you exactly what I was going in here with. So the Transformer box came out pretty much exactly the way I thought it would. A little bit different. So let me drop this into OBS really quick. I have one image prepared. I didn't have the other one prepared. So yeah, so there's the Transformer one as I saw it. So we got most of the ones in there. But you can see there are a couple. There's this car with the green. We got a car that looks similar to this, but it didn't have the guns on top. So probably a QC error. Pretty much everything else, we got to see in the actual box. So that was pretty much exactly as advertised. By the way, I do hate when advent calendars, they show you literally everything. That kind of takes the surprise out of it if you're buying it yourself. So, most everything, not every example, not every item is on display here, but most of it. So I knew what I was getting into. And then we have the Pokemon where things are very different. So I feel like outside of the major ones, I feel like these were randomly dropped in. So you can see like, I got that Clefable in the bottom left corner. I got the Pachirisu in the bottom right corner. I didn't get the Muna or the Seal that are next to it, though. I didn't get the Magneton or the Nidorina in the top right corner, or this here. When I said I knew there was still some, I knew there was still some jank waiting for me. Look at that Slowbro. Look at this. Look at the Marshtomp. That's what I was afraid of was still on the way. That Marshtomp looks like it's having Nom flashbacks. Look at the Skrelp that looks like it was on fire. So yeah, it feels like these are just randomly thrown in. So parts may, like your mileage may vary, I guess. But you can see like the big ones here, like the important ones, those are all the same. And there's nothing beyond there. Look at the Venomoth looks like it's seen into the void for too long. I didn't get this super jank Pikachu in the middle either. So this is what I thought I was going to get. So I'm actually like really happy that the Pokemon set had so many surprises and ones I didn't expect. I was waiting for that Skrelp. I was waiting for the Slowbro. I'm actually surprised I didn't get them. I'm surprised that the image was incorrect and there were still some surprises. But I think that made it more fun. I really do. So, yeah, that's going to be my little Advent Versus. Thank you for joining me. If you watched all 25 episodes of this, thank you very, very much. I hope everyone had a pleasant holiday season, whatever you celebrated. And I hope this was fun for everybody. I mean, I had fun doing it, and depending on what you guys think, might do this again sometime. Might do it again next year. Might make this the new tradition. Don't know. Up to you. But for now, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.